Good morning, students. In the last class, we started with the revision of a chapter, that is the skeletal and the muscular system, and we started with the human skeleton, the skeletal system of a body, or the skeleton. It is the framework of bones that provide rigidity to our body and they give support to our body. And the skeletal system is very, very important. It is made up of bones. A human being, an adult human being has 206 bones, whereas a newly born baby has 300, more than 300 bones, and then they join up together, they merge in, and then it further on, later on in their life, it becomes 200. They become 206 bones. We learned how bones are very, very important for us. The skeleton is very important for us. For example, it provides shape to our body. It gives rigidity to our body. It gives support to our body. Without the bones, we would not be able to stand still. We would not be able to uphold ourselves. We would not be able to stand erect. And also we learned that new blood cells are produced in the bones. They have calcium. Bones have calcium, which is a very, very important mineral for us, for our body. So that is the mineral content also that they contain. So basically, bones and the skeletal system is very, very important for us. So today we are going to learn about the human skeleton. So what all parts does the human skeleton have? How it is? How are these parts? How important are these parts? That is what we are going to learn about today. So you can open your books on page number 34. So let's revise about the human skeleton. First of all, the skull. The skull, it is from our head to our chin. It is the skull. Even a picture of the human skull is given on page number 34 of your books. So this is the human skull. It is made up of 22 bones. 8 bones cover and protect the brain. So the 8 bones, they cover and protect the brain. Out of the 22 bones, the remaining 14 bones, they make up the face. So the remaining 14 bones, they make up the face, and the 8 bones, they cover up and protect the brain. For example, the area where our scalp is, it consists of the 8 bones which cover up and protect our skull, our brain, and the other part, the 14 bones, the 14 remaining bones, they make up the face. So in our very interesting thing, in our bones, out of the 22 bones that we have in our face, we can only move one bone of our face, that is of our lower jaw, with which we speak. So when we speak, our lower jaw is moved and no other bone on our face moves. So in the skull, we have only one movable bone, that is of the lower jaw that we have. The skull is very, very important because it protects our ears, nose, eyes. It protects our brain, most importantly. It protects our mouth. It gives character to our face. It gives shape to our face, and there can be it changes a little bit as and when a person is growing. And the male skull is it is a little bit different from the female skull. So that is skull. Now we are going to learn about the backbone, which is also known as the vertebrae or the vertebra. So it is also known as the spine. It is known as the vertebra. It is known as the backbone. So it is made up of 33 bones. The backbone has 33 bones. Again, a picture is given in your book on page number 34 of the backbone. So it has 33 bones all in all, and these 33 bones, they form together a column. That column that they form together is known as the vertebral column, and it protects the spinal cord. Now, spinal cord is a very, very, very important part of human body. It is attached to the brain. So again, it is very important part of the body, and it needs to be protected. So the vertebral column, or the backbone, or the spine, or the vertebrae, they protect the spinal cord. The vertebral column, it forms the main axis of the skeleton, and it is the two bones, two vertebrae, they are joined together. In between they have cartilages. With the help of these cartilages, we are able to bend our backbone. We are able to bend our spine. If we did not have these cartilages in between, cartilages are very spongy. They are nice and soft, and they prevent the two vertebrae from friction, from a lot of friction. So that is why we can easily bend forward or backwards, or we can easily move our spine and our backbone. And it is very important for us to make sure that we stand or we sit in a good posture for the health of our backbone, and it helps us to stand erect on our back. So that is the backbone for us. Now the rib cage. The rib cage, it is made up of 12 pair of bow-shaped bones. So bow-shaped bones it has, and 12 pairs of bow-shaped bones. They are all sort of attached to the backbone and then they come forward. But two of the lower bones, they are known as floating ribs. Why they are known as floating ribs? Because they are not attached to the front bone that we have in our chest cavity. So now the sternum. The rib cage has a long bone in the front of our chest. It is known as the sternum, and the ribs, most of the ribs are attached to the backbone in the back, and in the front they are attached to the sternum. Now the two last floating ribs that I am talking about, they are only attached to the backbone and they are not attached to the sternum. So when you look at it, when you give it a glance, they look like they are floating in the air. So that is why they are known as floating ribs. Rib cage is very, very important. It protects our lungs, it protects the heart, and so that is rib cage for us. Now limbs. Limbs, they are very, very important. We have two pairs of limbs in our body. First is the forelimbs, then the hind limbs or the hind limbs. So the forelimbs are the arms that we have, and hind limbs or hind limbs, they are the legs. Now first we will talk about the forelimbs. The upper arm is made up of humerus. So there is a bone in the upper arm, it is known as humerus. It is made up of humerus, and the lower arm, which is attached to our hand or our palm, it is made up of two bones, that is radius and ulna. So radius and ulna, they make up the lower arm, and humerus, it makes up the upper arm. Now we will talk about the hind limbs. The hind limbs, the thigh or the upper part of the leg, has a long bone called femur. Now femur, it is the longest bone in our body. So femur is the longest bone in our body, and it is present in the thigh or the upper part of our legs, of our hind limbs. So femur, what is femur? It is very important. Kindly underline in your book that femur, it is the longest bone in the body, and it is present in the thigh or the upper hind limb or the upper leg. And it is very, very important also because it bears the whole weight of our body. So the femur, it is the longest bone in our body, and it is important, very, very important, because it bears the whole weight of our body. Now the part of the leg that is below the knee, that is the lower leg, the lower part of the hind limbs, it is again made up of two bones, that is tibia and fibula. So tibia and fibula, they make up the lower leg, the lower part of our leg, that is below the knee till the feet. So tibia and fibula, they make up the lower leg. Now girdles. What are girdles? Girdles, they are a set of bones that form a semicircular structure to which other bones are joined. So girdles, they are, so there are two pairs of girdles in our body. They are kind of a semicircular structure of bones which are joined with other bones of our body. So they are known as girdles. So the first one is pectoral girdle. Pectoral girdle, it forms up the shoulder. You can see that we can move our shoulder very easily. We can move it up and down, and that is known, the bones in our shoulder, they are known as pectoral girdle. So they are pectoral girdle, and they are attached to each other. It attaches the shoulder, that's this part below our neck, to our upper arm, or that is the humerus. So that makes up the pectoral girdle, and it forms the shoulder. And the other one is the pelvic girdle. It forms the hip bone. And the femur bone is attached to the pelvic girdle, and like I told you, the humerus bone is attached to the pectoral girdle. The pelvic girdle, it supports the upper body, So the pectoral girdle, the pelvic girdle, it is very important because it supports the whole body and it attaches to the femur. So the whole weight goes on the femur, and both of these bones they support our body very nicely. And the pectoral girdle, it helps us move our shoulder. So these are the parts of our human skeleton, different parts of our human skeleton, yet very important parts of the human skeleton. Now kindly make sure that you read this topic thoroughly. Read the 2 pages, page number 34 and 35 very thoroughly. That is all. Thank you and have a nice day.